given for impact in life. Right? Your life is not meant to be cut short. Jesus was given 3.5 years and he did not die. Are you with me? For Enoch, if you check the life of Enoch, Enoch lived for so long. That's the truth. That was the time measured for him. You may be given only 10 years to live on the earth, and God is demanding to make impact in that 10 years. Another person may be given 100 years. Another person may be given 30 years. Sorry to say this, Jesus Christ died at 30 what? Doesn't that look like premature death? But he said with his mouth it is finished. By faith we understand that it is possible to walk with God to a point where you finish your assignment on the earth before you go. Not that you are held bound by sickness. Not that you are held bound by an infirmity and the devil cut short your life. No. So miracle service such as this, what we believe God is, oh God of heaven, don't let our soul tarry in Hades. Don't bring us to a point where we are at the mercy of the devil. No. Let there be nothing that we resist and stop our impact, our relating with you. That you wish to be in church, you cannot be because you are in the hospital. No. You wish to be in school or something, but there is things you cannot do because of a limitation. No. By faith, we saw how men were able to walk with God and receive the promise. The Bible advanced and say also by faith we saw how Abraham was demanded to leave his father's house to a place where he knew nothing about. It's a different thing if I say leave your father's house and go to Lagos, leave your father and go to Kano, but leave your father's house and go to where I don't even know. By faith he left, and he was looking for a city to which the builder and the maker is God. Mind you, Abraham passed through Canaan, and he did not even know that it was Canaan. God took him through the promised land, and yet again he did not know it's the promised land. By faith he walked through that promised land, and yet again he was looking to build structure in God first before he come to take that land. When he passed through Canaan, as of that time he could not lay hold of it because his faith have not actualized it by grace. But immediately when he found the maker of men, he found the builder of cities, immediately when he made contact to God, God said return back to Canaan. And as of that time, when they are returning back to Canaan, the Bible said there were giants in the land already. But he said this land was the land I promised. But if you study, Abraham have journeyed through that land when there was nobody. But yet again, God did not say that is your land. In Lafayette, where you have journeyed for so many years, you never had a portion. In Lafayette, your millions and your billions is waiting for you. When you have met the builder of men, when you have met the one to whom he is the maker of men, when he's done making you, return back to that same place that there was nothing and you will find something. By faith, men understand, not by understanding they had faith. The same you that was despised suddenly become the chief cornerstone. By faith, that same family that cast you away, that same family that saw you as a black sheep, when God is done with you, when you have found a God, when you have pleased a God, you return back there victorious by faith. So one of the greatest miracles God will do is to uphold our heart in faith, to believe that he can do the impossible. The Bible said by faith, Noah being one of God, he has to build an ark even though rain never fell on the earth before. How comes you have an encounter, God tell you do this, and this is something that men have never seen done before, and only one person is believing it? The person look like a fool. What do you mean by flood will come upon the face of the earth? What do you mean? We have lived upon this earth for so long. What are you saying? Your encounters are not normal. What you are speaking about are not things that are privileged to many people. But yet again, by faith, the young man said, I have seen. And because I have seen, I have chosen to believe the God that spoke unto me. And as though it looked like a joke, according to the time of life, flood came. And he was only able to save a few. By faith, men walk upon the face of the earth and they obtain a good report. I choose to be a man of faith. I choose to be a man of faith. What has God been telling you? It doesn't seem believing. It doesn't even look true. All your encounters, all your dreams, all your visions. You may be suffering with an infirmity now. God is telling you to be healed. And you are wondering, how can this thing be? By faith, the Bible said, we understand. By faith, Sarah was old, stricken in age. It looks as though it's not possible for her to conceive medically. But by faith, God quickened her womb again and she conceived. We saw that by faith men were able to do a lot. And the Bible says it is almost impossible in verse 6 to please God without faith. Why do we need faith? If you check verse 6, you will realize why we need faith. In the verse 6 of the Hebrew 11, the Bible says, but without faith it is impossible to please God. For he that come to God must believe that he is, and that is the reward of them that diligently seek him. So we cannot please God if we don't have faith. You can't. I know you are very pious. You are very religious. I know you are holier than thou. Okay, I know you are gifted, you are talented. You can't please God. Your gift, your ability does not have the capacity to please God. God is only moved by faith, my friends. God is not moved by your gift. He's not even moved by your talent. God is not moved by my exegesis of the word. That is why many people can carry so much prayer grace, carry singing grace, carry exegesis grace, go to Bible school, and they will die cheaply. Do you know why? Because their faith does not have the ability to move God. The Bible says, if you believe with faith, you can move a mountain. Is that not true? It is by faith that you can please God. So why do we need faith? So that we can please God. Because if we don't have faith, our singing will be in vain. Our prayer will be in vain. Our giving will be in vain. Our fasting will be in vain. I know you don't understand what I'm saying. I just wish you do. Why are we praying? Why am I preaching? Why did you just sing? Why did you just pray? It's because by faith you believe that let this thing you are doing please God. So if you take away faith, that means what we are doing is rubbish. Is that not true? Me and you are doing this thing in hope, in faith, in belief that there is a God somewhere that is pleased by what we are doing. Is that not true? If we take away the element of this faith and we begin to doubt what we are doing, can we please him? No. Then how do you know if you have pleased God? The moment this your sacrifice is accepted, that's when you know you have pleased God. When your worship is accepted, when your prayer is accepted, when your giving is accepted, that is when you have pleased God, my friends. Because we can pray, we can fast, we can give, and yet again God will not accept it. The Bible says Abel brought sacrifice, Cain brought sacrifice. God accept one, God reject one, but all of them brought sacrifice. So we cannot just say bring sacrifice. I can say bring sacrifice, but you must be able to understand that it takes faith for your sacrifice to be accepted. I can say prayer is the key, worship is the key. I accept, but it will take faith for it to be accepted. Because the being to which we are offering this oblation to, it will require faith for us to connect with him. Are you with me now? So Paul speaking said, for I have known whom I have believed, and I am persuaded. So there is a persuasion, there is a conviction that we have that there is a God in heaven, and that God cannot lie. So when I stand and I'm praying, I know that that God cannot lie. He will come for me. There is a God that answers prayers, and I believe. So by faith I believe. So without faith we can't please God. Sorry to say this. No wonder everybody that Jesus Christ met that got their healing, Jesus said, go, your faith heal you. Is that not true? He didn't say your giving. He didn't say your sacrifice. Neither did he even say your prayer. He said your faith. That means without that faith, they cannot please God to be able to be healed. My question for you this evening, do you have faith that that situation can change? See, I have been in several needs. Like, I have been in need. That ordinarily speaking, I know no man can solve it. But let's be frank. Is it not when something passes the power of men that you take it to God? So, if it passes what man can do, I think I'm in the right place. Are you getting my point now? So, I present it to God with faith, believing that what? I know I can't do it. I know my friend can't even do it. I know my mother can't even do it. So God, if you do it, you do it. If you don't do it, I will come back for it tomorrow. And suddenly, to my amazement, by faith, it get done. See, let me tell you, it takes faith to prosecute anything spiritual. So it will only take faith for us to please God. And that's what the Bible is saying. So why we need faith is because without faith we can't please him. And the Bible said, whosoever that come to God must believe and know fully well that God reward them that seek him. I told you, only those that are hungry and thirsty, that God can be able to reward. The woman pressed. She pressed. Oh God, If I can but touch the hem of your garment, I'll be healed. You can say, oh God, I present my exams to you. I present my test to you. I'm not good. My brain don't even retain anything. Everybody understand me, I don't. I'm the dullest in this department, but oh God, I believe you. By faith, I know you can. So when you present it to him, you have taken yourself out of the equation. And that is when God begins to act. Miracle is not for strong people. Miracle is for weak people. Miracle is for those that don't know what to do again. The Bible said the wine finished. Yes, when the wine finished, everybody was crying. And if there was money, they would just go and buy again. There was no money, thank God. But there was water. And because there was water, people that had faith in God, that God can turn water, God truly turned the water. If they never beckoned upon the miracle worker, they would have had water and it would remain water. But when they beckoned upon him, water became wine. Yes, again, they were hungry. They were hungry. There was nothing to eat, but there was some loaves of bread and there were some fishes. And because there were loaves of bread and there were fishes, they locate what? The miracle worker. And immediately they locate the miracle worker. They place a demand upon faith. And suddenly it was happened. I know you may not be too good, but you can use that little you have and say, oh God, see it here. Oh God, it's only 10 minutes I will eat. After reading 10 minutes, I sleep. Another person can do 30 hours. This is the one I can do. Hey, oh God, give me the grace to live for 10 hours like every other person. You may never get that grace, but with 10 minutes, you can see past. That's what we call miracle. When God wants to change your life, sometimes what other people do, he divides it times 10 and you do 10% of it and you still get the same result with them. Miracle is not what you qualify for, no. If you have to qualify for it, it's your labor. It can't be miracle again. But you cannot receive this miracle until you apply faith. Because many of you now trust in the arm of the flesh. I know you are wise in yourself. I know you can do it. After Shekinah now, you are going to class because test day tomorrow. I must read till 4 a.m. If not, I will fail. You see, now you have taken away God. I know the place of discipline. I know the place of diligence. But I can tell you, sometimes you can be so confident in yourself and you lock God out of helping you. And it's a very dangerous situation to be. Because just when you have come to the end of yourself, like the woman that has finished her money, she will now say, if I can touch the hem of his garment. Just when people are finished buying all the wine and now there is no money to even buy wine. Just when you are in a situation where I can assure you, there is no more loaves of bread, there is no more fishes. The Bible said they toil all night and they catch no fish. They locate the miracle worker and suddenly the river that seems as if there is no fish were struggling to enter inside the net. Where you see nothing, there may be abundance just because your lack of faith. That's why you're not seeing it. I want to let you know that God can help you. I believe it. How do we engage and release faith? How to engage, how to practice, how to enforce, and how to release our faith. Number one is belief. Belief. In the book of Mark chapter 11, verse 22, the Bible says, and Jesus answering said unto them, have faith in God. For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he said come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he said. Therefore I say unto thee, what things soever desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. And when ye stand praying, forgive if you have aught against any, that your Father also which is in heaven may forgive your trespasses. But if we do not forgive, neither will the Father in heaven forgive our trespasses. My emphasis there is nothing. Whenever you desire something, you stand in faith, you believe, you will receive it. If the Bible cannot be broken, if you believe that Jesus cannot lie, this is not me that is writing this. If you have a King James Bible, you discover this thing is written in red. What does that mean? That Jesus wrote down. If Jesus said, whatsoever you so desire, whatsoever you so desire, ask and believe in faith, you will receive it. Whatsoever. When was the last time you engaged this scripture? That you say, oh God, I believe this can change. Everybody in scripture that believe God hearkened unto them. Check. All the miracles that happened, check it very well, you discover. When they came to the end of themselves and they came to the feet of the master, they cried truly. He came for them because he was the only one that can help them. You can only release your faith by believing. If you don't believe, see, your faith will not work. All this speaking in tongues we are doing is good, but if we don't believe as we are speaking in tongues, nothing will happen. I'm telling you. The next way to release your faith is prayer and fasting. Prayer and fasting. Matthew chapter 17 verse 17. Then Jesus answered and said unto them, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. And Jesus rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him. And the child was cured from that very hour. Then came the disciple to Jesus apart and said, Why could not we cast him out? And Jesus said unto them, Because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say to this mountain, Remove hence to this yonder, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit, this kind goeth not, but by prayer and fasting. I told you that I have received counsel from medical doctors to stop fasting. Me, I have received the counsel. If you are in my house, you know fasting is a constant, it's our lot and portion. Is that not true? People say when I marry, I will change. You can ask my wife, not now, ask her later. See, I knew the things I got because I fasted. Anything that you do that brings result, don't be too quiet, don't be too foolish, be too fast to let it go. Anything you do that has brought you result before, don't be too stupid to let it go so fast. You will return back to zero, and you will require it to still go up again. This was Jesus talking. After he was done talking to them, it's because of your unbelief, it's because of this. And now say, how be it? That means even if you have the belief, even if you will do the other things, so how be it? Me, when they talk to you here, I pray and I also fast. If Jesus saying pray and fast, do you need a prophet to tell you that do as Jesus has done? When I studied the lifestyle of Jesus, I knew that we may do some things over too much, but we should not neglect it totally. The balance is that don't do too much fasting like me, but the truth is that you can't neglect it. Because the problems of you are just looking for who will give you excuse. No prayer, no fasting, no worship, no study the Bible. Just sit down and just enjoy. It's not possible. Heaven is a place of people that labor. In heaven you will fast. In heaven you will pray. In heaven you will worship God. There is nobody in heaven that go to visit Jumike, Deborah, Ezekiel, Isaiah. It's a lie. Somebody say, if I go to heaven, I'll look for where Apostle Paul is to go and collect impartation. In heaven, everybody bow down. Nobody have the time to do nothing. The Bible says they behold, they bow, they cast their crown. So if you are looking for where you go to gist, where you go and play, don't go to heaven. I advise you, go to heaven, because even in hell, there is what? Weeping and gnashing of teeth. I can't come to church. I can't come here. I can't come. In heaven, you must come. There is no place outside of God in that place. Everybody come to worship. In hell, of course, you can't be far from where the fire will burn. Yahweh, Rapha, Elohim, Shaddai, Jireh. The Bible speaking says, anyone sick among you, let him call for the elders and let them pray for him. If anyone sick among you, let him call for the elders. Many of us are apostles on Facebook, bishop on Facebook. In your house, you are an apostle. Even honesty is a public figure now. But the Bible says, is anyone sick among you, let us call for the elders. Don't deny your calling. Because your ability to bear stature is to be able to stand and produce result. Not all this mystery. You share mystery. Last night you were with the cherubim. The other night you were seraphim. Another night you were in another realm. After all those realms, you are broke. You can't heal the sick. You can't cast out demons. Your life is in confusion. Can't you stop talking? You see somebody that has not changed his shoe for the past 2 years. All what he has is mysteries. Mysteries that cannot change your life cannot change another person's life. It's true. It's pride. The simplicity of the word of God is what changes us. Some of those too much complication is what you use to hide your carnality and your disobedience. Meet many carnal people, they are too spiritual. Spirituality they born for their body. To love self is against the law of spirituality. Or you meet them, their face is frown like this. Went for a meeting one day, they invited us, somebody. The guy was speaking in tongues from where they pick up from the airport till we enter the hotel. The people came to even greet him. Papa, we brought this. I'm like, okay. Not the human being they go minister to. Even among angels, at least there will be communication. To even bath, no problem. Went, we sit down. At the tail end, when the guy went up, I was wondering, where's the shakabaka? Is anyone sick? Let him call for the elders. God is bringing us to a level